Sweet, we're live. What's going on, guys? Tyler from Rendered Reality. Thanks for joining us again on Coffee and VR. Well, I guess not us. Shawn's not with me, and I do apologize. We haven't been here the last week. Shawn is very sick, and when I say very sick, I mean he's been bedridden. He literally hasn't gotten out of bed, can't eat. He's got some real stomach issues. So we do apologize. I myself have been super busy as well. I've been working on some projects, some cars, and my daily driver, from headsets we all know, but my daily driver car has taken a crap on me, so I've been working on it, gutted the motor, basically ton of work. Stuff I don't even want to think about right now. So I'm glad to have a cup of coffee with you guys. Really though, any well wishes to Shawn in the comments on Discord. He does see them. He may not be responding right now, but he does see them. He really does appreciate those, and so do I. And I appreciate your guys' patience and stuff too. There has been some stuff in VR this week. I am going to go down and talk about that, and I'll walk you guys down to my space right now and kind of what I'm working on. Actually, let's do that. But it's my project lately has been my car, because I'm trying to get it ready for the first of the summer for us. So it's been a little tough to get it all done. I have a lot going on. I'll show you real quick before we go down to the basement, which here in the States we have basements on some of the northern states, but this is my TR6 project, which I have been tediously working on. It's been a lot of work and a pain in the butt, but it's fun. But it's taken away from my VR in the last week. And it sucks because I really want to play that Population 1 update. I'm super stoked about that. And we're going to get into that here in a second. But my basement project has been pushed by the wayside because of the car trying to get it done. So it's at a standstill right now. Here's my old office, which if you guys have been around long enough, you know that got transplanted from my last house. So that has been what I've been using for a lot of work, editing, all our social media stuff has been done through there. But all of my playing and testing is actually done through here. And I'm gonna try and show you guys a little bit of where I'm at with it. So this is where I do all of our shooting for our green screens, our show. And you can see I have some stuff studded up, some insulation stuff. You can see our live broadcast there. And then all the extra stuff I had from the old place, all the stuff that, you know, companies send us, VR cover, Mamut, all of them. But this has become my testing grounds, basically. It's been a work in progress. I'm sorry to camera roll you guys here. We're just going to do all this live. But I do use my 10x10 mat. It works amazing. It's a workout mat. It's pretty ridiculous how nice that feels on your feet once you have it. But yeah, other than that, let's hop in the seat here and do this thing how we always do and how you guys know it. All right, let's go. Let me just put it all here. You guys give me a second. And I'm going to get the lights off, change my camera over. All right, here we go. All right, man, it is. It's good to be back in the driver's seat. It's hard, you know. Without Shawn sitting over here, I'm literally sitting by myself. And cheers to the super chats, guys. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. I know it's just been too long, and it feels like too long for me. So I just wanted to have my coffee this morning with you guys. So. Reading all I'm catching up. I didn't get to see all these coming through, but yeah, all the chat and stuff too, which yeah, Shawn will get better. It's on the rise. He thinks he's on the progression side of it, hopefully. So I'm hoping we'll be back here next week together. No promises though. But yeah, I just wanted to give you guys just a quick update of what's going on with us and why we haven't been here, because we don't like to do it, and it doesn't feel like home to us if we're not here with you guys. But appreciate it, Wolvezra. Cheers, man, for the super chat. Shawn will get well soon. Yeah, soundproofing. Yeah, it's this the padding down here is incredible for soundproofing. It's so nuts. But yeah, the basement looks different all of a sudden. Yeah, it's it's on hold right now. You know, I've got a bunch of stuff for it, and I've got to buy all the studs. I'm waiting on wood to come down because it's just ridiculous. But I don't really want to get into all of that stuff. We can save that for another day. Ride or die. Yeah, appreciate it, guys. But yeah, we do have some stuff we want to get into. And Rizzle Rock, cheers, man. Thanks for the tour. Yeah, I wanted to give you guys something, you know, different because it's just me today. And I'm not going to do a full show either. We're just going to go over a couple things here. Just want to keep you guys moving on all of this. And updated VR wife life, Shawn's wife. Tell him I said get better. I'm glad to see him in chat. Nice, man. At least your thumbs are going, man. That's all that matters. But yeah, so Population 1, as I said a minute ago, the update for that, man, it makes me want to play. This whole team battle is just amazing. And if you guys haven't heard about this, and with the night mode and all that stuff too, it just sounds so good. And they, again, like we say, they just keep mixing it up. It's just amazing that they just keep throwing stuff at us like that. But the team would be awesome. And I'd love to play with some of you guys. And I definitely plan on playing for sure tomorrow. So keep an eye on the Discord. I'm definitely going to let you guys know when I'm on. But yeah, so it's 9 versus 9 team battle inside of Population 1. And it's the last team standing. And from what I've heard, it's a moving zone. So the circle or square in Population 1 just keeps getting smaller. I don't know if it has the progression like it does or if it's constant, but I really, really want to see that. But yes, I'm live for everybody in chat. I just couldn't read chat when I was walking around. Sorry. But yeah, Population 1 still is my go-to. Again, I literally haven't played VR all week, so it's been a little disheartening. But I will, definitely today or for sure tomorrow, because I know we're planning on getting a lot of snow, which a lot of people in the States seem to be getting a lot of snow too. Good to see everybody in chat, man. I'm glad you guys are all still here. Shawn and I get fearful that you guys are going to leave us like if we don't have our regular show, just because this is what we always do. But oh, Population 1, $3 off today. Gaming science teacher, cheers. Good to see you, as always. Did you buy GameStop stock when it was low? No, I don't like to play games with my money. Given it's almost not a game at this point. It's kind of an easy moneymaker, but that's kind of a crazy thing in itself. But yeah, so Population 1, again, sticking on target. This, again, a welcome update, and they keep freshening it up. The one thing I do hear from a lot of people that we've played with, some of the VR vets and stuff too, that you're getting a lot of young people in there. Honestly, I don't mind. I mean, everybody was a young player at some point getting into gaming, and I never mind teaching somebody. I never mind getting in with a noob and helping them. I don't care. I know I'm probably going to lose unless I can pull it by myself, but it's kind of fun. I enjoy it, and I enjoy the excitement from other people and seeing their, reaction to VR and learning something new. Speaking of, I have another one that we've debated, myself and Jham especially, and if you haven't watched his stuff, he's ridiculous with the Socko. But let's see, I can't think of what it's called. Popeye's Chicken, what I call it. I forget what it's called in game. There's a sign that has the menu on the back, the drive up menu, right? So supposedly some points in the game or whenever, the drive up sign will talk to you. And it has been talked about on Reddit. We have tried many times to check this out and haven't had it ourselves happen, but I really want to know. And if anybody has in chat or comments, please tell us, and truthfully, because I still don't believe it. I still don't think that it's an actual thing, but yeah, I really want to for myself though. I'm trying to experience it. Every time I go over there, I stand there and it never happens. So, wow, made 70,000 off GameStop. Yeah, that's legit. I mean, I know it's possible, but like myself, I would rather invest in companies that I know are going to, be around and keep progressing over time. And I know it's a gamble, and I know it's, you throw $1,000 at it and make 70,000. So that's an easy gamble, but it's scary now that they shut it down and everything too. But I know Shawn has some AMD stock, and years ago he was asking me about it. And I said, honestly, we don't have really any AMD products ourselves. We stick with NVIDIA for the most part. And I told him it's a company that just keeps growing, and they have a higher ceiling that they can climb compared to buying like NVIDIA stock, which is very expensive at the time, and it's done very well. And we still don't push it. We don't really have it ourselves, but as stock, it's a good stock to have. But yeah, it's a crazy thing to do. Well, now we really need some VR specific stock, and then you got my attention. Now I'm game. But yeah, not until I see some of that, and I'm sure we will soon. And you can't really count Facebook as that, I guess, because that's not really. It's all if they had an Oculus IPO, that would be really nice actually. But don't invest in Pancake. That's my advice. Right? I mean, that's as PD says, and good to see you, man. I think Pancake stuff, it's not going away, but I don't know. Can it get any bigger? And then we have big games like Cyberpunk, which are failing out of the box. We do have great games still like Microsoft Flight Simulator, which Paradise Decay recommended a video on our Discord today, and I watched was some of their feedback from Microsoft Flight Simulator. Great Pancake game, but they know the VR stuff is viable. Even the devs are playing it in VR. When they go home, they're playing it in VR, and they know how relevant it is. And it was really nice to see that VR flight controls are actually on their list of things they want to attack. No date on it. It's all to be determined. But it's nice to see they know it's relevant and they know they need to get it done. So I was really excited to see that. But Population 1, I'll be in it. Keep an eye on the Discord. I am definitely going to be playing it. Shawn will not be, unless he gets a crazy spurt of energy. But let's not push him. I'd rather have him resting it better myself. I need to keep up with chat. This is really interesting to try and do by myself without Shawn. I just don't like it, man. I don't like it. He's not there. I was gonna fill the void with something, but I'm like, nobody can fill that spot. That just doesn't happen, man. It doesn't. So yeah, it's interesting. So the other game that really caught my eye this week was Into the Darkness. This looks like somebody took Boneworks, took Robo Recall. What else? There was another game it made me think of too. And Half-Life Alyx, put them into a blender, and this is what we get. It looks amazing. It really does. And they're talking about this year on a release too. So fall of this year is projected, but you can see the grabbing mechanisms of Half-Life Alyx, the physics, maybe more of Boneworks. It looks like a really good game. I hope they can live up to it. I'm sure they will. Let's see, this is from, I'm trying to think of the developer's name off the top of my head. I'm not going to grab it. But it looks really good. And again, these are things that I haven't stayed super, super current with. So some of you this week can probably even school me on this. But if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend checking out the trailer for it. Into the Darkness is what it's called. But it just, again, looks amazing. And I really, really hope they can put out performance-wise. And the scope there, it looks like a reprojected scope. I mean, some of it looks, like it needs some work, but it looks great and it's a good start. Just pretend you're MRTV. No, I can't pretend to be Sebastian, man. I don't ever want to pretend to be anybody. We are who we are. We're, Shawn and I started out doing this as gamers. Like, we play games, we play VR, and we get up on Saturdays and have our coffee and talk about what's been out in the week and play something. And then we start doing it here live for you guys, and it just kind of snowballed. So we're not trying to be anything other than what we are, man. But I know it's just a different thing to sit here and do it by yourself for sure. Budget cuts, yeah, budget cuts. It sort of does look like budget cuts, colors and stuff like that too. I think it would be a great game. I do. I definitely recommend checking out the trailer and stuff. I'm not going to play any audio for you guys, but check it out yourself if you want to. The other one that really excited me, which if you guys haven't played, I Expect You to Die, which is a great game. Highly recommend picking it up for anybody. But they're coming out with a second one, and it looks really, really good. And it's going to be hard for them to not improve on it because it was already such a good game. So then to just even extend it now to a second game, it's great. And speaking of first games, they actually, made $6 million on their first one, which is really incredible to hear. I'm just really, really excited that they and these VR companies have a viable resource of income from just making VR games. And Shell, who makes this, is just really reeking in the benefits of VR. And they were out early too, which does help. But it was a good game, solid game, great gameplay, easy to play by yourself. I would love to see something iterated with some multiplayer in this because of the title. It is expect you to die, something in spy. So I would hope maybe there would be like a 2-player or co-op deal on this, but probably not. That would be awesome though. I would love to see something like that. Let's see. Paradise Decay asks, any thoughts on Quest 3 potential leak? Quest 3 is something, obviously now we know it's coming, right? But I just, I'm glad. I'm glad they're doing it. My fear, though, with releasing and talking about them already working on a next one is that going to stunt the sales of the second one? Are people going to do the whole, okay, one inside of a year, right? I'm going to wait to buy one. My thought, do not wait. We know all of these headsets are still worth selling. Even if they come out with a third, you could turn around and sell your second one for almost what you paid for it because the thirds are going to sell out instantly. So if you want to invest in a third, buy it the day it comes out and then turn around and sell yours. Paradise Decay. Cheers, man. Shawn's Get Well fun, and you are doing an amazing job, Tyler. Yeah, no. I honestly, I was going to make this like a 5-minute, come on here, tell you guys what's going on and stuff, but it does feel like home being here with you guys. So cheers to that. Cheers for the super chat, man. You guys don't need to do that. Again, buy games. We tell you, don't super chat us. We do this to hang out. Go buy games. Share it with other people. J Ham in chat was just talking about you, man. We got to go find that billboard inside of Population 1. I want to hear it. I got to hear it, man. But cheers, guys. Yeah, I need to keep up. Yeah, co-op Accept You to Die would be great. Oh, it would be so good. Any puzzler that has co-op, like Phasmophobia or something, it just makes that experience so much better. So any of these games coming out, especially for Quest 2, I feel like they all need to be co-op. At least just co-op. Because how many people try a headset and then turn around and buy one? Their friends buy one. So how cool would it be then to jump into all these games you love with somebody you're friends with? And that's where VR really snowballs. And again, why we say, just let somebody try VR if you have them over. It just really, really helps. Quest 3, seriously. Yeah, back to the Quest 3. I know we know it's coming, right? We know they're obviously working on stuff with the sales and stuff and how fast they're selling. There's no doubt in my mind they are still working and pushing hard for the next gen stuff. And now with the retirement of the Rift S, I really feel like the next headset has to be their all encompassing, right? So wireless and PC. My guess, I'll say it now, it's gonna be a PC VR and mobile headset all in one. And I am hoping, I really feel like to progress this farther, we need true wireless from that headset for PC gaming. Are we going to get it? I still feel like it's a 50-50, but I know that's what we need. And I feel like that's where they could go. And the only reason they really need to come out with a headset inside of a year again. So I'm hoping that happens. I don't know if it's going to, but I really do hope so. Rizzle Rock, cheers, man. Extra water for Shawn's Get Well fun. Honestly, Shawn, he really can't even keep anything down. It's really sad to say, but he hasn't had any food almost in the last 2 weeks. So he is very dehydrated and he isn't doing good and has been pretty bedridden. Mad Wookie, cheers, man. Good to see all you guys again. Funky D, Wild Ox, cheers, man. Keeping grinding on dropping. I know, I'm sure. Native Quest co-op. It is hard to do native Quest co-op. I'll give you that. But it's something I feel like we need. I mean, VR is such an experience that you can't share with people because you have that headset on. So even if you have somebody over, they cannot watch you play unless you stream it to something, but it's just not the same. So I really feel going forward that we need those co-op experiences on Quest just to progress VR. Not saying that we need it, not saying that we need it for sales or anything, but it does really help VR in a whole. Dead server, almost need a dead server. Sorry, I'm trying to read here. Vertigo remastered last week. Yep, that's awesome. That looks absolutely amazing. Again, I haven't played it, but it does look so good. Playing Pop 1 Dash Dash, grapple tournament, mostly multiplayer stuff. Oh, speaking of Dash Dash, made me think of this oddly enough, but Hyperdash. Hyperdash is coming to Quest officially after their official side quest launch, which we have praised this game since it came out. If you guys haven't played it, please do. Great game. Visually, it looks good. Some of the original game modes can be confusing because you're progressing towards a base and one has to defend it on rails. But it's really good, and I highly recommend it. Play it, you will love it. If you like shooters, if you like Solaris, it's a great game to try if you haven't. I think it's still free on SideQuest. Don't quote me on that. It has and was for a long time, and I'm assuming their official launch will be then when it is paid for. But I'm really glad to see them releasing on SideQuest and then on Quest officially, which is interesting because, again, how is this whole Quest thing still working? I don't know. I feel like Quest needs to come out with their side release stuff soon because it's just creating a jumbled mess. But I'm glad they're pushing for SideQuest first, to hopefully get some SideQuest some sales and then direct sales, because a lot more money does go to the developer if you do buy them on SideQuest. So that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. Sorry, I do need to check up on chat, and I'm gonna run out of coffee. I didn't bring my coffee pot down from upstairs. Man, this isn't good. Synth Riders multiplayer has been my favorite on Quest lately. Making friends. Yeah, honestly, making friends is so much fun through Quest because I feel like you personally know somebody. It's a totally different experience than meeting somebody and, let's say, playing Call of Duty or Halo or something. It's just totally different. I don't walk away at the end of a flat game going, "Oh, this guy was really cool. I want to, add him as a friend." I find that happening to me all the time playing VR games because I feel more apt to know them or feel like I've spent time with them. And you can relate to somebody. That's again why like J-Ham and I play together all the time. I just feel like we have the same play style, and met him playing VR and through all this, and it's just been great. So it's crazy how you meet people from different places through VR, and it's been a lot of fun. Obscure Nerd says Hyperdash is a lot of fun. Hyperdash is a ton of fun, man. It's a great game, and the more I watch this trailer and stuff play, the more it makes me want to play it. Gorn is great on Quest. A lot of people like Gorn. I like the look of it, but it's not one of those games that grabs me and brings me back for more personally, but I know a lot of people it does. So again, I like different kinds of games for different reasons, as does everybody. So don't take my word for it, but I know a lot of people do really love it. Let's see what else. Have you heard anything about a new Bethesda ID software VR game spotted being certified in Australia? Yeah, I have. I just, until we get some real information on it, I'm just, again, hoping we get, VR stuff through it. I know some stuff was listed. I saw some specs of stuff that sounded maybe like it could, but past that, nothing really official from it, just throw some filings and stuff like that. Let's see, what else? Extra sense of presence you get in VR that makes you want to friend people more. Yeah, it does. It's really cool, man. And games like this, you play and fight with people for a long time. You really just, want to do more and spend more time with them. It's pretty cool. Jupiter Grad, again, yep, Anakaze said picked up Jupiter Grad. So far, it's an excellent port. Jupiter Grad's awesome. Again, I highly recommend that too. Another great game. Trying to convince my friends live elsewhere to get VR. Yeah. That's a tough thing to do, but I feel like once they try it, John Anastas said that going to join a Zoom call with them tonight inside a VR chat and let them watch my avatar. That's actually a really cool thing to do. We do that with a lot of developers sometimes. We're actually playtest their game while they watch us even playtest. And that works really good because it kind of shows how you play stuff. And they can say, "Oh, what's that?" And you can hold it up and look at it. The only bad thing is they just don't get the depth feeling. It's kind of like watching a 360 video compared to playing VR yourself. And that depth is just, it's awe-inspiring in a lot of things. Like you stand on something and look down from it, and people the first time trying VR, they're like, "Holy crap," like they never realized this. I actually, after showing you guys my car, I had somebody here 2 weeks ago about painting the engine bay. It's got some really old liner stuff in it, and it just really needs gone through. So I had him come over and advise me on what to paint, how to paint it, if I need to pull the motor. And he's a big car guy, restores cars, very high-end, 100,000 plus cars. And I brought him down and put him in my racing chair, which is right here. And I put him inside of Assetto Corsa.
and he just couldn't believe it. You know, he's like, holy crap, like I can actually sit and look around in this car and stuff. And it's kind of crazy for somebody like that who's, you know, 65, 70 years old, never done something like that, and is just, you know, amazed by what it does and what he can do and drive, and didn't even realize there were pedals, you know, down there, or a shifter, and the wheel fought back, and was shocked on everything. So it was really cool to watch. But yeah, you can't really, you know, see that through a video. Arthur Knox, cheers, man, for the super chat. Did you check out the Shadow PC on SideQuest yet? And hope your partner feel better. No, I haven't. If you haven't seen the beginning of this video, I kind of tried to just explain, walking through what was going on with us, where we've been. And if you're just joining us now, Shawn is sick. That's why he's not sitting over here with me. I can't replace him. I can't even put anything over there to make fun of it, because it's really upsetting to me too that he actually isn't here. But he is sick and bedridden at the moment, hopefully joining us soon. Myself, I've had some serious car trouble, one from a project I've been working on, two from my daily driver car, that the motor decided to become a steam engine and blow smoke. Turbo motors are not fun. But anyways, that's what we've been doing. I've been tied up, and so is he, not feeling good. Assetto Corsa is still my go-to racing game. It is mine too. Everything I play, I just feel like it's not as smooth as Assetto Corsa. And yes, it has the menus you have to go back out of. But myself, I put on my music. I turn on Amazon Music on my PC, right? I go into the headset, I load the Nürburgring, and just zone out. I will run that thing for 2 or 3 hours and just grind out laps, man. Like, just constantly running GT3 cars on multiplayer. It just performs great. I have no issues with it, and I love it. I love the feel of it. I love the feedback that the wheel is set up to. A lot of things about it just really flow well for me. So kind of the only reason why I like Project Cars 2. That's my other one I kind of go back to just for performance reasons. But yeah. All right, back to chat. Sorry, guys. I can pull Hyperdash off here too. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, if you guys have any questions too, I'm not going to stick around for too much longer. But I really I didn't want to leave you guys hanging for another week. And I told Shawn I wasn't going to do it again today. And I'm like, I just don't want to leave you guys hanging. It feels really weird to me on a Saturday not doing this. But try Automobilista 2. Yeah, that is honestly one I have not tried. And I hear good things about it. I know Greg's VR raves about it as well. He likes that. Project Cars, yeah, I have all the Project Cars. 1, 2, and the third, which isn't really a Project Cars game, I guess. I don't know. More of an arcade. But it's, Project Cars 2 still runs the best to me. Did Assetto add in-game controls? Not for the original Assetto. I think they may have on some of the older stuff, but not on the original. And I go back to the original for performance reasons, and it just runs great. And I know, a Reckoner says Assetto is just annoying because of no VR menu. So the one way that I do get around it, if I don't feel like dealing with the menu or I'm not going into a course I'm going to be on for a while, is I keep my index controller right beside me. So I pull up virtual desktop through Steam, and I go in, select what I need to, and then go back in. That is kind of my one little workaround that I do, but usually I just bury myself in there and just turn laps. Like, I can grind that out forever. If you guys were watching the beginning of the video, the silver car that's in my garage, I've had for, probably, Shawn will know, 20 years, something like that. And that was my old road race car. I had my SCCA license, and that was actually an SCCA car, and then got my street title for that car because it didn't even have a license to drive it on the street. And now it's kind of my sit and collect car, I guess you could say. And I'm working on the other car to get it like into the vintage racing series, stuff like that. So I really want to get back on the track. So for now, I literally just turn laps and blast out to like EDM music or Linkin Park, to be honest. But yeah, I can't remember all the corners on the Nürburgring. Oh man, I literally every single one I can probably on the back of my head. I know that course inside now. It's a fun thing. Once you kind of learn that course, you can really, really run it. But really, if you know the basics of road racing, you almost don't have to know the course. You just have to know what's coming, whether you have a straightaway coming, and which way the next turn is, how far away it is, stuff like that. And you can kind of learn every course. And the nice thing, you can pull up that map that floats and you can put it anywhere, up in front of you, and you can kind of see what's coming. And it really does help. Really need to get out there and run with like Greg's VR and stuff, because he puts the laps in, man. He does a great job. Every one of his videos I watch, and he has a lot of fun doing it too. He's not like a hardcore. He can joke around. He doesn't have to get real serious about it. How about Dirt Rally? Dirt Rally is amazing. Dirt Rally 2 is a great game. I really, really recommend that. The feedback setups that they have from the Factory 2 for the steering wheel is great. They had some performance hiccups. It can be tweaked though, but it's a great game. It really is. Yeah. Mad Wookie said, same here. Love Nürburgring. The drive it with you. Yeah, you definitely should drive it with me. I'd love to take people for rides too. I would love to have like a jump seat in some of those that you could show people, because honestly, that's how I learned to race, was riding with professionals. I mean, that's how you learn the lines and stuff. And then ultimately for licensing, I learned from a lot of formula drivers that, by following their lines and being able to push it, you can actually learn how to fine tune those lines and where you can and where you can't push it, the kimbers of the turn, stuff like that. And all the car stuff now coming. T-Dub, what bike do you have in the garage? I actually have 2 bikes in the garage. I have it's too bad I don't have pictures of this stuff. I have a 2008 Triumph Daytona 675 Special Edition. You can look it up. It's black and gold. It's a fun bike. It's a crazy bike. It's like a 2-to-1 power to weight ratio. It weighs 363 pounds. It's a stupid fast bike for being a 675. And then the other one I have is let's see if I get this right, a 1977 Suzuki GS 400 that I've chopped into a cafe racer. It's not completely done yet. I got it. It didn't run like 30 years and I got it running. I'm kind of in the part of finishing some welding on it, building it, and then I'll strip it back down, get everything perfect, put it back together, and it'll be done. That's my next project to finish after the car. But if I don't finish the car, the wife's going to kill me. She loves that thing. She has pushed me. She says I have to have it done by April 1st so that we can drive it to car shows and wineries and all the fun stuff. So I have to get that done first before I can jump back on it. Reckoner says, I love Dirt Rally 2. Barely played it, but when I have, I love it. Okay, Dirt Rally 2 gives you the best sense of speed in a VR racing game. It really does, because you have all that fast moving stuff. And then when you go from gravel to tarmac, you really hear it in the wheel wells. And don't get me wrong, you do with like, Assetto or Project Cars, you hear the gravel kick up if you go off. But on a whole, you really don't go off course, or you shouldn't in a road racing game. So on dirt, and Dirt Rally 2 and all of them, you really feel that. And I love going from, tarmac, gravel, the whole bit. It's just awesome transition. It kind of just gets all your senses going. The sense of speed, the sense of sound. You have your co-pilot or co-driver telling you, turns and calling them out. So it's just very nerve-wracking game, but in a great sense, because when you nail it, you feel like you nailed it. Like you feel that sense of accomplishment. And that's what I like about that game. Rally games or VR are my favorite. Paradise. Yeah, agreed, man. It's just a great, great thing. Wolf Ezra, nice on Triumph. Yeah, I'm a big Triumph fan, man. If I could, I would probably live outside of London. That'd be one of my dreams. I love everything about it. I love the culture in the UK. I love that they keep everything old and they don't forget where they've come from. You don't just abandon the new like a lot of people do in the States. Don't get me wrong. I'm into all the new tech stuff, but you can't forget the past, and I love the old stuff. So, one aspect, I've got a 2000 Subaru Impreza 25 RS, and under it, I've got a 73 Triumph, and that's my world. You know what I mean? I love the old and I love the new. So you just can't forget where you came from. I'm usually a track racer person, but Dirt Rally 2 really felt great. Reckoner said, yeah, it is. It's awesome. Oh, Wolf Ezra, I play Forza games on flat. I really wish, and Shawn and I have said it 1,000 times, really, really wish that we had a Forza in VR. I don't know what I'll do. You probably won't see me again. It'll be like the No Man's Sky all over again. I'll probably lose myself in that. I just love the multiplayer aspect, the customization, the cars, the look, the music. All of it is just great. And then if we had that in VR, oh my gosh, I'd be lost. I really would. Aaron Summers might just be joining us. Hey all, pleasure, man. Good to see you. I'm missing my partner again. If you guys are just joining us, I'm not gonna keep going here. I've already probably been going too long. I wasn't gonna do this, but it's hard to leave you guys, man. Project Cars 2, probably the closest. Yeah, Project Cars 2, man. It's a good game. That's a great game. You don't need a super high-end PC to run it as well. I'd still recommend like at least a 1060, maybe. You could probably like a 1050 Ti, something like that. You could probably run. But yeah, it's a great game, really is. I want an old Indian like hoppers on an Easy Rider. Oh my gosh, my dad had like an Easy Rider BSA chopped dirt bike. It was ridiculous, but it's probably why I got into it. Uh, yeah, I miss people. The online multiplayer in VR has helped keep me sane. Yeah, Gamer Chick says that. Yeah, the multiplayer stuff. Honestly, I feel like if I'm lonesome, or like after this, I can't play with Shawn like I normally would. So I feel like I can jump into any multiplayer game in VR and feel like I hung out with people, which is great. That's kind of why I like it. Don't don't get me into No Man's Sky again. I'm back in there. See, I've been there. All these new updates and stuff. I keep watching, and I'm so torn. There's what was the one guy? The one guy's been working on this underwater base world that's huge. He's been working on it like a year and a half in creative, and I really want to go in and check that out. There's such cool stuff, man, going on in there still. With their not map updates, but the updates to ships and stuff. I haven't seen it in a while, and that's my fear is I get back in and then I'm lost again. But yeah, yep. Oh man, neat. Shonen said, man, I am still here waiting for Ride in VR. Motorcycles in VR would be a dream come true. Look, I have been dreaming of it myself, and if I have that, I will hook my PC and my headset up and sit on my bike and play that thing if possible, because that would be so good. Or even if you had like a bicycle, okay? Just a lot of people have bicycles, right? Could you buy one of those stationary stands for that and then feel like you were on an actual motorcycle? I mean, yeah, I know it's not the same, but you're sitting on something, feet down, handlebars. I think that would just be freaking awesome. Something like that. Which another thing, the treadmill. I saw PD actually did a video on that. And cheers, man. I'm really curious to see, how much you did like it. I know you did, but it's a really cool on the treadmill. Now, other than that, I feel like it's give or take. But with the treadmill, oh man, I just think it's so cool. And I know they need to work on some stuff, like maybe picking up some of the steps. But it's really good. Like, it's really cool. It gives you that drive to want to go faster and catch the girl in front of you, to get over that hill, see that sunset. Like, it's just really, really a cool experience. And if you have a treadmill, I highly recommend you try it. And a Quest, obviously. Great game. Which was, now I can't think of it off the top of my head. I always want to say Free Run, but that's not right. PD will quote me on that one. Oh man, Lincoln Clay. Shawn's not in jail. He's actually sick. He's actually very, very bedridden. Again, if you got to join us late, just recap. Shawn is basically not eating. He's not feeling well. He hasn't eaten in like 2 weeks, I don't think. Just not good. He has a serious stomach issue that they're trying to treat. So it's not good. But he is hopefully on the turnaround point. He thinks he may be able to start trying to keep down some food. Last time this happened, it took about a month. So I'm hoping it doesn't take that long. But yeah, all the well wishes, please, you guys, comments or on Discord, not personally. Happy Run. There we go. Thank you guys. And please give him any well wishes that you have. If you have anything similar, I'm sure he'd love to hear about it and maybe how you address it. I think he said red sauces maybe bother his stomach. So if that has any link to something you have, I highly recommend you saying something to him. Shawn is locked away behind Mateo's airlock doors. Man, I wish. I wish it was something as simple as that. I really do. But happy run. Yeah, man, it's a great game. If you have a treadmill, I highly recommend picking it up. Yeah, the whole thing with the Apple stuff, man. One last thing. I'm not going to keep going on here. I wasn't going to do this, man. This was going to be a 5-minute show. But I was, the Apple stuff that, a lot of people have been talking about. Myself, I just don't feel like it's viable for a couple reasons. Myself personally, I'm not an iPhone person. I'm not the type of person that kind of agrees with some of what they do with sales on games and apps. I'm just not an Apple fan. There's nothing very innovative about Apple, and I know a bunch of people are going to jump down my throat, but I kind of always want the newest and latest type of stuff to experience it. So Apple is more made to work with the general public. Yes, they do come out with very high-end stuff that is made to last over time, but it's just not my cup of tea. So for me, I've always gone Android on phones, always PCs, never Apple. So I've never really lived in that ecosystem, nor have I much wanted to. My wife does. It works great for somebody who isn't apt to want to mess with things, right? So their products, again, are going to come out, and whether it be VR, AR, and I know they're talking about staging all this stuff, it's not going to really be for me. I am a gamer. I'm somebody who wants to tune something, mess with something, add something, and they just won't allow you to do that. Do I think it'll be a good product? Yes. They're not going to come out with something that's not a good product. But like for myself, watches. I had the Moto 360 smartwatch that was before anything. First round LCD screen in production. The best watch I ever had. And I've still updated that. They actually came out with a new one. I don't have it now. But the Apple Watch is, again, to me, when I look at a watch is not a square face. Like, that's a fitness tracker to me. It's glorified. A watch is a round face timepiece. The faces I keep on it are literally watch faces. I'm a watch fan. I don't want it to look, again, like I said earlier, I like the old, but integrated with the new. I don't want it to be something that looks like I mean, come on. How long ago did we have what was it? The Timex keyboard watches and stuff. I mean, even those didn't stick around because they're not classics. Okay, are they now? Do we look back and see them? I love them. Yes, they're great. But it's not a classic watch. So it's just a different atmosphere that Apple tries to get their products into. They want mainstream. So it's not really for me. It'll be good. Their AR stuff will be good. But myself, I would rather go towards, again, AR glasses that look like glasses, that are glasses. They're a pair of sunglasses that I get solid AR projection stuff onto. And I want full field of view. I don't want this 50-degree field of view. It's just not worth it for me. It's really not. Just like and I showed, if you guys have been around a while, the Bose sunglasses I have. They are unbelievable. They sound incredible. I've said the audio needs to be implemented into all of the new VR headsets that we get that's like that. But they just look like regular sunglasses, and that's the best part. So it's going to be great. It's going to be delayed. It's not going to be, there's going to be other stuff come out. It's probably going to be some of the best AR, unless, I think I said this maybe a couple weeks ago, we get something official from like Google, who has really good like map integrations and stuff like that. I think they could really be a competitor, or Facebook as well, just because of all their social media stuff. Arthur Knox, cheers, man. The $5 super chat. Again, you guys, thank you. If Q3 real, I hope they adopt Century Glove as the controller. What you think? So if you're talking about like the actual haptic gloves or the touch gloves, kind of for like instead of hand tracking, is that what you're referring to, or the actual haptic gloves that retain your fingers? Again, I think it's a point of entry. I don't think people are going to walk around with gloves on or really use them in VR. I mean, go back to like the Nintendo glove, right? Which was cool and it was great, but it didn't stick around. We don't see Xbox and PlayStation coming out with stuff like that. I know VR has a better implementation of it because you have natural hand movements, so it's more viable, but I don't think it's a good entry point. People want to have less on themselves, just like controllers. The Quest 2, we put straps on them so we don't have to hold on to them, so we can release and feel like we have nothing. Finger tracking, just through the Quest 2, I feel like it's all pushing towards less, not really towards more. So the glove stuff I think would be great for enterprise. I think it would be really cool. I would love to have it and try it. But I feel like it's just, again, price point of entry. It's a time point of entry. Time is valuable for me that I get to spend in VR. So just like gaming science teacher said, gloves and vests, too much friction. It is the time that I take to put it on, to get into VR. If it takes me 10 minutes, that's one less match of population one that I get to play. I don't know. Do I want to go through it and screw with updating it, charging it? If it doesn't work, then you have to get it to work. What doesn't it work with? It's hit or miss for me. Do I like it and do I want to experience it? Yes, I do. I really, the haptic vest, I really can't wait to try one ourselves. But it's just, is it a necessity? I would love to be proved wrong. And that's, again, it is one of those things, and we say this about VR too. People don't realize what it is until they try it. So maybe after trying it, I would love it and I'll be crying a different tune. But I guess until that point, I really can't, say much more than that. Too bad, but we'll get to try one. We will. Techno Glitch said, I like my coffee black, no sugar. Cheers, mate. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm running here. Major Dickinson, Pete's Major Dickinson. Oh, it's so good. And I'm milking this one because my pot's upstairs and I don't want to leave you guys. I could take the camera back, but the VR cat's sleeping over here, so I don't want to wake her on the mat. I guess that's what it's for, right? Can you say my name? Danny Boy Gaming? What? Confused. I would like hand tracking working in my race sim games. Yeah, that's a really interesting point. It'd be nice to have that at least in menus. In game would be nice just for that reference point, but I would really like it for menus so that you don't have to take yourself out of the headset or even pick up a controller. I think that would be the best integration of hand tracking inside of racing games. But it would be good, even in game, just to see it on the wheel too. That would be awesome. Tony Digital, cheers, mate. 20. Holy crap, man. Cheers for always keeping it real. Yeah, man. Honestly, we are as real as you guys are. We are gamers at heart, and we say this 100 times. I would be playing right now if I wasn't on here with you guys. It's hard though because my playmate Shawn. Shawn and I have played together for so long. I couldn't even remember to think what was. I think I introduced him to Halo 2. I think. And we've been playing together literally ever since. We even went back and played Halo 1 through servers. So you would hook it to your computer, log into the servers on the PC. I'd love to know if anybody's actually done that. There's probably not a lot of people who have done that. It's really cool. You create like a LAN server on the PC. You can play. It's a lot of fun. Highly recommend that. But that goes way back. I don't even know if that stuff still exists. Okay, anyways, take a couple more questions here before I get out of here. Cheers, Tony. Man, cheers. You guys are awesome. Get a couple more here. Higher field of view seems like it would be a thing for Oculus because of them going for smaller sized headsets. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what they are working on for this Quest 3. My guess is we're going to see upgrades on probably screens. I'm hoping we get some real IPD adjustment. And like I said earlier, I think it's going to be true wireless to a PC. I do. I think it's coming from them. They have a big threat, with virtual desktop and not having a real PC headset. And I know they're not worried about that market because their market is mobile. So I understand them trying to stay mobile, but you're still going to have PC games. They can't knock it. So I don't know why they wouldn't want to sell headset, excuse me, that actually did that out of the box. And I really, really think it's going to happen. So I'm saying probably bigger screens. Lenses will probably stay the same, a little less glare, because if you guys haven't heard, there may be different lenses even in the Quest 2 that have gone out. So maybe just the better of the two lenses, and wireless to PC, a little longer battery life, because obviously we know they want that because of the second Elite strap they sell with the battery, unless they're just going to keep producing the battery strap, which I do love personally. Again, it's on my headset. It stays on my headset. I kind of like it. It does balance it out a little better. So maybe not on the battery life. Comfort, I feel like comfort's pretty much there. The interchangeable faceplates, I think, are the way to go. Everybody's different. We've said this forever when it comes to controllers, headsets, IPD, comfort, all visuals, black levels, all of it. Everyone's different. So again, don't take anybody's word on one headset. Don't say this headset's the best, this headset's the best. They're all different for everybody. So you definitely just have to feel out what is more apparent to what you like. Did you want something that has a higher field of view? Index is still a great headset. Pimax is out there, 8K. It's very expensive for what it is. It's good, but I still feel like for the money, Index is a better headset. Quest 2 is a no-brainer. It's an easy buy, great mobile. You can then start into PC VR, which I see that conversation all the time. People buying Quest 2, and the next thing is, I want to play Half-Life Alyx. I want to play Pavlov. I want to play these PC games. And you can do that. You can upgrade to it. I would just be smart about it. You do have to spend a good chunk of change to actually get a PC rig from scratch, build one, buy one, that's going to last you. And that's the best thing I could advise. Don't buy a bottom level PC VR headset. Buy one that's going to last you. I've done that myself. And I think Shawn and I always buy the same PCs. And not because, we're best bros. It's because we like to do it for testing purposes. So if one of us has issues, then we can look to the other and say, hey, do you have this issue with this? And then we can kind of troubleshoot it together and figure those things out, because two heads are always better than one when it comes to that. So for us, it's always worked great that way. So we bought our first rigs that had 1060s in them. They lasted us till the 2080s came out, and they were still great graphics cards in those. I did update the CPU on it to an i7, but we actually then upgraded when the 2080s came out and bought a rig then, which has lasted us up until now. I still don't feel the need to upgrade past a 2080, but I know the time will come when we'll see games, and they're already out. Microsoft Flight Simulator, a great example of one where I wish I had a 30 series now. But as a whole, I don't need it, and we, afford all of our stuff through anything you guys give us and our own funding. So it's, it is real. We spend our own money on this. So we don't just get stuff willy nilly, and just to try it. We buy what we feel like is a honest, good purchase and worth doing at the time. And as Squash Suspension said, can't get GPUs anyways. Right, you can't, unless you want to pay the crazy markup for one. And even at that, they still come out and go almost immediate. So I'm not really too worried about it. I haven't felt the need for it. Until that day comes, then I will be scavenging for one, I'm sure. Magic Leap just announced second gen headset. The Magic Leap stuff, which I know they're working on a lot still in some other projects, I don't know. In the early days, of like the DK1, DK2, especially the DK2, that stuff was really cool and it worked really well. But I feel like it's, again, something that has to be jumped through. I feel like we need the all-in-one. But yeah, if they come out with, their actual headset and stuff, I'm sure it could be good. The only problem is software working with it. And we'll see where they go with that and what they use for it. But yeah, other than that. All right, I probably am going to get going here, guys. I am dragging. I don't want to drag this out for you guys. I really was going to give you guys a 5-minute update. I'm milking my coffee. I'm kind of at the bottom of it. But cheers, guys. I really do enjoy hanging out with you guys and making my Saturday. Hopefully, we will be back next week with Shawn. but no promises, because I do not want him to feel like he has to be back here. It's just not good to push yourself too far or to be able to do something. I really, really want him to take care of himself first. And we will be back. We're not going anywhere. So don't think we're disappearing. Man, I see. Oh, Starcade. Serious. Oh man, guys, 20. You guys need to chill, man. They are working on some really, really, really cool stuff. That virus pop. Oh man, dude, just the stuff I've seen, I'm so stoked about. Tell Shawn we miss him and we hope he gets feeling better. We love what you guys are doing. Yeah, we love hanging out with you guys, man. Once Shawn's feeling better, we just need to do like a Saturday night hangout with you guys. And talk shop, because great group of guys there. Put in some real serious work too. But cheers, guys. Really good to see you. We'll see you guys soon and talk to you. Last couple questions here. J-Ham said, holy crap, the op is so good now. I'm going to have to jump in there quick. Play a couple rounds. I'll read the last couple. Best wishes, Shawn. Yeah, cheers. Cheers to you guys for hanging out. All the well wishes to Shawn are very, very well received. I'm sure he's probably still watching in bed. But again, Shawn, get better, man. Try and get some food down. I'll hopefully get to talk to you soon. I haven't even got to talk to him much just because I know he's not feeling good. Nobody wants to talk to anybody when you're not feeling good. So if you guys don't see him around or don't see him in comments or Discord, he still sees it. He still hears it. So glad you guys are here. Squash Suspension said, what happened? Shawn is very, very under the weather and bedridden, but we're hoping to get him back here soon. Reckoner, cheers, man. Good to see all you guys. Mepper, man, yeah, nice solo show. Thanks, man. Cheers, Wolf Ezra. Yeah, I wasn't planning on even doing a show. It was just a quick update. That's what I told Shawn. But, I get here with you guys and love hanging out. Love seeing you guys. But, yeah, Gamer Chick, everybody, cheers, man. All right. I'm going to roll out of here. See you in Pop 1. See? I'm coming for you. Coming for you, Funky Deep, man. I need to... Funky Deep, just while I have you, you got to pick up Tribe, man. I want to get in there with you. If you've got a way of playing Tribe or a headset that'll play it, I'd love to see what you think of it, because, oh, man, is it good. Anyways, yes, Wolf Ezra, I appreciate everyone hitting the dingy thingy down there. You guys really don't need to, man. I was going to take this video down, but maybe I'll leave it up. Maybe you guys like it. If you do, yeah, please give it a thumbs up. All the subs, we love you guys. All the family here. We will be back. We'll be back stronger than ever. And hopefully get to be back here with you guys soon. Shawn, I can't ask him to say anything. I'm sure he would say, thank you guys. But we will see you back here, or see you in VR. Later, guys.